You have to suck at something before you become good at it. Now, I know some people don't want to hear this, but I kind of had to learn this the hard way. Anyway, to anyone who supported me, I recently had a very bad day. And I've just been having a series of crap days. That one felt like the cherry on top. I really wanted to just say that one of the most important things that I neglected during this time of pain was the fact that you have to be okay with not being perfect and you have to be okay with not being good at something. And to be very, very honest with you guys, I've been someone who has lived as a perfectionist for as long as I can remember. Especially when it comes to drawing. It's something where I'm thinking, okay, this drawing is good, but can I do something as good? You know what I'm saying? And that creates burnout, and that obviously creates a major issue itself. Sometimes in life, I get things done in my first try. That sounds ideal. Now, before you start going like, okay, so what? That's the thing. First try. Sometimes when I attempt it a second time, it doesn't go as well. And then I remember something really important. The more I do it, the more confident I am with it. So let's say someone pulls off a performance they've never practiced, right? It goes on amazingly. And then the second time, even though they've done it once, they've not practiced. You know what I'm saying? You need to do a makeshift stage first. You have to do a set of dances in your own time. You have to do what you have to do in your own time. And when you notice it like that, you start to secure that success instead of just relying on it. So it's like with me making videos, and I'm saying this again. Um, when I made my very first commentary on this channel, my microphone was garbage. My commentary was all over the place. I did not go straight to the point. I did not edit anything out. I just kind of left you guys to suffer with a raw recording. But now I really value retention, and I think about, okay, this person has to get an answer to their question in a set period of time. So when I think about answering my own questions, am I answering them? I hope so. Because when I think about a video I want to watch, I always see, okay, are they answering my question? I don't want to click on a video if it's just going to take a long time to get to the freaking point. Unless the person's entertaining, which is another story. But as long as I get whatever I need, that's generally how things work. Sometimes that's the thing. You just have to let yourself fall a little bit. You have to test the waters. How do you know if the water's deep unless you test it? No one's telling you that you have to drown, but at the same time, you'll never be able to know if you can ride the wave unless you feel the actual temperature of the ocean. Wait, what? Temperature? No, I meant the, what's the word? You know, just the depth of the ocean. That's it. I knew the word was somewhere deep inside of me. I'm sorry. I used to be that way. And sometimes I do think, okay, how do I make this better? But I used to fixate on it so much. And I noticed when I was feeling very down, it's like the old me is resurfacing. So when I focus on healing, I made a video about this a while ago, that it feels like you're getting worse when you heal because you're basically opening up all of your old emotions. So that's why when you heal, you start to notice that it's painful, because what you're doing is exposing yourself to everything that ever hurt you, but you're trying to change it. And how would you change something unless you face it? So yeah. And I do want to say one thing, because I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. I'm fine. Okay. I know some people were worried about me and how I was. I'm fine. I try my best. I didn't have the best day, but alhamdulillah, I'm okay. And as long as I have God, I'm okay. So I really wanted to make a video as soon as I could. I'm just like you guys, literally. And I'm not saying this like, oh wow, I'm just like you guys. I'm definitely not someone who's otherworldly. No, no, no. I literally go through BS. I literally have things in life that I go through. But at the same time, I solve them. And I try my best to teach people to do the same. Oh, snap. That felt rigged. There's no way I could have completed it. Are you kidding me? That has to be a 55. How is that still? Infold, you are taking the you know what with that. When I was focusing on my performance, when I was focusing on just getting stuff done, I lost my joy. I lost my willingness to do stuff. And the worst part is I lost my sincerity. So it's like if you do something for the sake of money, or if you do something because you want a reward of some sort, you lose the passion. So whenever I felt like my videos sucked, because some of them genuinely do, I didn't focus on the right thing. And I do have to say this. You guys definitely broadened my horizons to attain this, okay? Because the truth is, I really, really couldn't have done it without you guys. If I didn't have anyone watching me, I would be absolutely no one on this platform. But the thing is, I also didn't give up. There were so many times I argued with my brain, saying, I want to give up, I want to give up. Some of my viewers who stayed for a while will agree with this, because I've mentioned it many times. I want to give up. And even now, I still get it, but whatever's meant for me will find me. That's the belief I have. So, life is really something. It teaches you how to have compassion, and it teaches you how to also not take things for granted, and also how to not be dumb for things. Because I just think that too many of us are focused on performance. That's why people are losing genuineness nowadays. Sincerity, that's the word. I just don't know what to say sometimes when it comes to these problems, because at the end of the day, we just do things for ourselves, okay? If there is something you want to do, you're doing it for you, or you're doing it to someone related to you. It all comes down to something personal, and it's completely respectable to say that, okay? So, I really want to do something because I want to do it. I'm not perfect and I don't have to be. That ruins the experience for me. But at the same time, I have to be okay with it being bad because that's how I learn. So if I just made one video that was really good, for example, then I wouldn't know what worked in that video. Okay, fine. You can arguably say it worked well, but that's the thing. If you have been someone who grinded, or if you've been someone who hasn't genuinely performed that well, and then all of a sudden something clicks, you know what's working. You know what trends are when you see one, because your mind is thinking, okay, I've seen this, I know what works, I know what doesn't work, and that's exactly what you have to do. Because, guys, when you keep focusing on what you don't have, your mind is going to attract that into your life, because that's the energy you're emitting. And yeah, it's all real stuff. I'm not speaking any BS here. No one's gonna teach you how to do it. I had to learn myself. I mean, that's the thing. People are so fixated on proving things to people. That's not being genuine. That's doing something for the sake of someone else. And you have to be okay with things not going that well. That's the thing. And when people are too fixated, way too fixated, I mean incredibly fixated, you just lose the passion. You lose everything. And I don't want anyone to go through that. It sucks, okay? I hate it. You'd hate it. I hate this. Like, I'm falling right now. Oh, crap. No! You have to be okay with things not working, but you have to learn how to navigate through it. If something doesn't work, it doesn't equate to you suck. You have to translate it, because that's literally what it is. It's a language. And if you iterate it as such, where you're like, okay, I'm bad at this because I couldn't do it once, your brain is then going to think whatever you do once is enough to define whether you can do it at all. And yeah, it sucks. But at the same time, guys, we're not here to talk about who sucks and make excuses. I want to do something because I enjoy it. I don't want perfection to get in my way. And it's something I struggle with because it comes from validation. And validation, if I haven't mentioned it already, it's a very, very personal thing. You get it when you grow up, especially. You can get validation from anywhere, or you can get a need for validation anywhere. But a lot of the times it's from childhood. Maybe you had to prove something more than other people, and henceforth that became something important to you. You have to prove a point to someone. And it sucks, man. As an adult, it still sucks, okay? Even with my videos, even though I make videos sounding like I have things figured out, I don't. I'm just like you guys. I have things to work on. I need to do stuff with my life. But at the same time, I try to take initiative. But here's the thing, with traumas, with other stuff, I still have to do my best. I can only do what I can do. And I hope people know that. Genuinely. I really hope that people know this. I want you guys to truly live, not just exist, live. Because once upon a time, I struggled with that. As a teenager, that was all I struggled with. I had to teach myself, like, okay, you know what, I still survive in this world, it's fine. That wasn't enough. I had to freaking live. And I didn't have that. So for anyone who's younger than me, older than me, you know what, everyone's welcome to my channel. But please, don't waste your life just by thinking about the what ifs. It's such a waste of time. And that's just not helping. Sometimes we're even going to be wondering, is anyone going to like me? Is anyone going to do this? Is anyone going to do that? Do it for you. And when you start having your own standards, that's when things are going to be like, okay, that's cool. That's living. Because you're thinking, you know what? I did my best. I'm happy. Not saying, oh, this person said I'm not doing blah, blah, blah. Don't give one. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, we're all figuring things out. I don't want anyone to focus on being perfect. You don't have to. You don't need to prove to anyone. And just be okay with not letting things go your way. If anything, we as humans need to have this in our system. We have to learn how to not have things go our way. Because if we're always used to it, we're going to get spoiled. We're going to be so used to it to the point where it's like normal to us. And while this sounds ideal, you have to learn how to navigate through life. Otherwise, you're going to be ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're always in the light, you won't appreciate the light. But if you're in the tunnel, you'll appreciate why we need the light. Because if you're always exposed to the light, what's the point? Of course, it feels like, okay, blah, blah. It doesn't feel like anything. Because if you're always used to the same thing, your brain is not going to really think, oh, this is unusual. No, you're used to it. You don't think much of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like your name. You're used to your name. And then suddenly, if it changes, that's crazy. I know it's a crazy example. Then you're going to be like thinking, oh, wait, I'm so used to this, blah, 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 blah. Excuse me? Sorry, girl. I have to say, this is definitely one of my favorite avatars. The dress? I don't know. Maybe. But I do love, I don't know. I also do think playing around with skin tones is fun. I do want to make more darker skinned characters as well. Definitely. Infinity Nikki has a very good wide range of all of that stuff. Anyway, I think I'm done ranting. Just do things for you. I don't want anyone to regret things. Because that's just something that is long, okay? The price is too big. Anyway. If you have made it this far and you want to support me, please support my Ko-fi page. And I'm going to say this one more time because I don't want to start drama. My page is only if you want to appreciate me as an artist or as a content creator. No one is obligated to do XYZ. People do this by their own free will. Before people think I profit off things, let me tell you something. I could be making any video right now talking about how I could be begging for money, but I'm not. So I just wanted to say this to anyone who feels like I'm doing that. That's not my intention. And if it really was, my videos would be far more shallow. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.